Welcome, one and all, to the Vantage Pro Series Season 2 Championship Race here at Homestead, Miami. We are in the dying moments of practice, and we have got a good one on tap. William Hightower, Daniel Michelle, and Landon Bednar's going to be fighting it out for the Season 2 title. You can see the 25 of Daniel Michelle with a new paint scheme here today. We're going to get some interviews in before this starts if we can't from our championship competitors. Let's get Landon Bednar's in here first. Actually, Landon Bednar's, it's Nico in the booth. You got me?
Sir.
All right, so this is it, the championship race. You made it this far. What's it gonna take for Landon Bednar's to come out on top?
Patience, a lot of patience. Just try to save as much tire as I can to be there at the end.
Yeah, it is gonna be a tire-saving kind of race. You're only 10th right now in practice. Is there more pace to be found out there, you think?
Oh yeah, normally when I run by myself in practice qualify, I never do good. I normally get in a rhythm in the race, so I'm hoping I'll get in a rhythm in the race and I'll be off to a better start than I am right now.
All right, well, best of luck. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane at the end of the night. That's Landon Bednar's.
I appreciate it.
All right, there's Bednar's. Let's get William Hightower in here. William Hightower, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Sure.
All right, so it's championship night. You've made it to every championship race so far in the history of the Vantage iRacing League server. What's it going to take for you to finally make that final step and come out on top here tonight?
A lot of good luck and a couple of unfortunate wrecks for a couple of other guys.
All right, Bednar was saying he's going to try and save tires as much as possible. Would you be doing the same kind of thing?
Absolutely. If it comes down to it, 10, 15, 20 laps right there at the end, I'll probably end up pushing. But yeah, it's absolutely going to be save right front, well, right sides in general. Try not to lose it on exit and stay out of the wall.
All right, well, best of luck in the championship race. We will see you at the end of the night.
Thank you, sir.
That was William Hightower, and let's get, if we can't, the man of the hour, seemingly 12 race wins on the season, Daniel Michelle. It is Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so championship race. You've won 12 on the season already. How are we going to come out on top here tonight?
Purely by luck. I feel like Hightower is the fastest guy. Looking at his lap times, I was struggling a little bit on my run, and he was just really fast the whole way. So.
All right, and you are on you're on a different wheel, from my understanding, tonight, correct?
Yeah, back on the Logitech, I don't have my friend's wheel and pedals, so it's gonna be rough.
Okay, so an uphill climb for the 12th time this season race winner, Daniel Michelle, defending champ, looking to go back to back. Best of luck out there, and we will see you later on.
Yep, thank you.
All right, so qualifying getting underway now. And Landon Bednar's is out on track, one of our championship competitors. We'll see what he can throw together. Just now starting his qualifying lap. Purge should be joining us relatively shortly.
Yep.
Here he is. All right.
Right here. I was actually gonna ask you a question. Out of the three, who do you think has got the best chance of winning tonight?
Well, I did go on record of saying Landon Bednar's was my pick on the podcast, so I think I'm going to stick with that. We did see top of practice was William Hightower. As Bednar's crosses the line now, where does he go in qualifying? I think he actually smacked the wall and got invalidated there, so he's going to have one more chance to put a lap down. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Bednar's just because that's who I went with on the podcast earlier this week. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out. Of course, Daniel Michelle saying he's on a new wheel. He is on a new wheel, but is that going to hinder his pace, or do you think he's going to pick it up pretty quickly and lock in and pull out a typical Daniel Michelle performance?
Well, there are rumors from the garage saying that his wheel is being held together by duct tape, so I feel like that's definitely going to be an uphill battle using a wheel that's held together by just tape.
By tape, yeah. It's not ideal. It was 7th, now it's 8th for Landon Bednar's, so not the best qualifying performance here in the biggest race of the season. Here comes William Hightower, running a new paint scheme as well for tonight. And let's see. What are your picks, Purge? What do you think is going to happen here tonight?
My bias is telling me to go with Landon Bednarz. I was taking him as a pick for before we even got into the booth today. But just seeing how fast William Hightower was in practice, I think it's definitely going to be hard for Bednarz to put up a fight. But I'm going to stick with my gut. I think it's going to be Bednarz at the end of the night. All
right, so we got 2 picks for Bednarz. He's currently sitting in 10th. William Hightower is out on track, and shortly Daniel Michel will be starting qualifying. Matter of fact, he's coming on track right now. But William Hightower finishing up his first lap. Where is this going to put him? Of course, qualifying. Very, very important to the line here. William Hightower. What is it going to be? Only good enough for 7th. You can see the CF in the name there. That stands for Championship Finalist. As Daniel Michel out there with the, excuse my language, let your nuts hang paint scheme, courtesy of Chief Dankaroo, your defending champ. Out on track. Hightower finishing up his final flying lap. Can he improve? 7th would not be ideal for him. Where does he go? And it's good enough for 4th.
Ooh.
Less than a 10th off of provisional pole sitter Brandon Gass. The last car out on track then. All eyes on the odds-on championship favorite. The Las Vegas odds got Daniel Michel as your favorite. Let's see. Off of 4. Here he comes to finish his first lap. Daniel Michel. Only good enough for 6th. 1.5 tenths nearly off.
I think he might be able to, I think he might be able to get him near the second lap if he is going for second lap here. Usually that first lap is to get your tires warmed up, everything. But it looks like he's not going to go for a second lap.
Oh, no, he's not. He's calling it a session. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for qualifying.
It's going to put Hightower as your highest running finalist.
It is. So William Hightower with the early advantage. Brandon Gass on pole. He did say, as we take a look at the starting order, it's the 92 of Brandon Gass on pole. David Morales starting in 2nd place. He's looking for a redemption day here. Hoskins in 3rd. William Hightower, your leading finalist.
What a pretty car.
I agree. Hightower's car looks great. In 4th.
Oh.
Tyler Justice. P5. Daniel Michel, an uncharacteristic P6 in qualifying. There's Cole Snyder and Sean Purcell. P7 and P8. And P9 and P10. Row number 5. Jonathan Green and Ben Kuhn. They're in row number 5. Both those guys looking to have a strong run here today. Tyler Smith. Landon Bednarz. Our pick. The lowest running of the championship finalists. Qualified in P12. There's Kurt Bray, last week's winner. And Derek Fye, Vantage and Friday Night Fenders out on track. So, here we go. Brandon Gass did get pole. He did, and I quote, we talked about it this week, he did say, quote unquote, this Daniel Michel nonsense comes to an end. So, he's looking to put an end to this Daniel Michel dominance, and he's off to a good start. Of course, on the touring team for the Vantage Racing team is Brandon Gass. That's a nice looking car, by the way, that he's got out there.
Yeah, it's got the old Richard Childress font. But I do want to give Brandon Gass a little reality check here. Look who's sitting 2nd and 3rd. Not someone you'd want to have sitting behind you if you're trying to make your point. So I would be a little bit humble, at least for the first set of laps. Once you can put up a gap towards them, I think you can have the rights to say the Michel show might be over.
Yeah, we're going to be coming to green here, but of course we're going to take a look real quick at the Championship 3. This is who we're looking at. William Hightower, Daniel Michel, and Landon Bednarz. They have CF in their name on the scoring tower. Any one of those guys can come out champion here tonight. We'll be coming to green here at Homestead for the Season 2 finale. Pace truck will take a hard left, and here we go. Round number 21. We are racing in the Vantage Pro Series Season 2 finale at Homestead. Good start for the leader.
Yeah, I was gonna say this, Hoskins gave him a good little push on the on the start to get ahead of David Morales. So he's gonna clear him into turn 1 and have the lead out of turn 2. We got a 3 wide Ooh, ooh.
Some smoke in the back there. Daniel Michel trying to get up the order. He's to the bottom now. And all he has to do is finish in front
I just saw someone on the wall.
of William Hightower. I heard it there as well.
Already. Yeah. See, it's coming from a Homestead Oval winner. It takes a lot to win here. A lot of fuel mileage, a lot of tire saving. You see, who was that?
That's
on the wall?
Hightower.
Hightower.
That's the
Just a
45 of
little bit.
Hightower, yeah. So Hightower
He's trying that
technically in
Welsh line
front.
a little early.
Daniel Michel running the bottom. Brandon Gass trying to run away with it. He's already nearly half a second in front of Hoskins and Morales. See Hightower's running that high line, trying to save those tires. Bednar's is in no man's land right now. He's got to get some heat in those tires, got to find some pace.
You know, in the pre-race, I do remember him saying that he was going to take the long play it long term. He said patience is key. So I think both him and Morales him and Hightower are on the same kind of mindset here. We didn't really get much from Michelle, so I think Michelle might be going for an all-out attack, while Hightower and Bednar might be playing a little game of chess here.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens. Lots of different driving styles for your championship drivers. You can see already. Oh, contact there with Morales.
Oh no.
But it looks like he's
And
survived.
Morales, something's got to be wrong with Morales' car. He started second, and he's just dropping like an anchor right now, losing spot after spot.
Yeah, there he is. On the bottom, down to 7th, qualified in 2nd. Hightower's in this fight with Hoskins and Cole Snyder. He's got to be careful racing these guys who aren't racing for a championship. He's got to keep it clean while trying to stay ahead of Daniel Michel, who's right behind him. There goes Hightower.
I hate playing the if game. Yeah, Hightower goes to the bottom. Oh, flag.
Oh,
Goes
bit
to
of
the
a
bottom
moment
of the
there.
challenge. Hoskins on the inside clears him. That was gonna bring me to my point here. I was gonna say, I hate to be the if guy already, but I'm just saying if Hoskins had at least gotten something done in the previous round, I think he could have been a solid threat today. You saw him qualify P3, and he's still maintaining that position too.
That's true.
It's very unfortunate to see a guy who could have had a shot not in the final three.
Yeah, he finished 3rd at Talladega, which was a must-win scenario. But now he's on the outside looking in, and his teammate, Landon Bednarz, sits in 9th. Well, he's running out front. You might want to try and hold up these other championship competitors to give your driver the best chance.
Yeah, but it'll get to a point where these guys are going to get a little frustrated with him, and maybe just send them a little bit because, well, yes, you can do that. It's definitely not going to go without penalty, at least the drivers. I know a couple rounds ago we had that happen. Someone tried to hold up a few spots to let their teammate get by, and they got punted out of the way. So it's a kind of a high-risk, high-reward kind of thing. It's you're kind of playing with your food at that point.
Yeah, well, he's running the bottom right now. Hightower successfully running the top. They're pretty much in a dead heat across the line. Daniel Michel behind him, trying to get traction in that car. He was a little bit squirrely a couple laps ago. And he spun out, actually, a couple times in practice as well. So, I don't know. He's on that different wheel. Not that that's an excuse, as Derek Vye is actually in the pits. The 09 is in.
Oh, no.
Wonder if that's... Could be damage. Look at the right front there. There's definitely damage. Something going on there. As the leaders come around. Daniel Michel 3rd. William Hightower 2nd. Brandon Gass about 7/10 of a second up the road. So it's not completely over yet. Oh, car on the wall. It's Hoskins.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That is Hoskins bouncing off the retaining wall on the exit of turn 2. Oh, he's got some significant damage. Significant damage. No, it didn't.
I did a little rain dance before the race started. And I said, to quote, not for a win, but to avoid my paint scheme crashing again. And I guess it didn't work. That probably explains why it's sunny as I can see outside my house right now.
Rain dance didn't work, but it maybe brought a bit of a dark cloud over Hoskins' race here, as he's now in 13th position. Daniel Michel, by the way, in the championship winning spot. If the race were to end like this, Hightower, he finished runner-up in the Season 1 championship race. He finished runner-up in the PPE Truck Series championship race. I can't imagine he'd want to finish runner-up again. He'd be sick to his stomach.
Yeah, it's still early on though, so I wouldn't lose all confidence. We're only barely past lap number 10 here. There's still 120 laps to go in this event, so I wouldn't be too caught up in him being up front. You never know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, anything can happen. And you did say for Brandon Gass that he had Hoskins and David Morales starting behind him. Those two have fallen back. So according to your words, Gass might be a little bit safe right now, although Michelle is closing in.
Yeah, again, that plays into what I said at the start of the race. You got to be humble. Yeah, you're qualified on pole, but that man knows how to slice his way through the field and gap people. And he's already showing that he's going to do it again here.
He is. Another thing he mentioned, did Brandon Gass, was that Daniel Michel might not be the best, might not be the kindest to his tires. He's very fast, as we all know. But when it comes to tire saving, he might not be the most well-versed. So, yeah, Michel's closing in right now, but when it comes down to pit strategy and having better tires at the end, as you can see Gass just going right to the top. Running that Larson line.
Yeah, I mean, tire strategy kind of goes out the window when you lap the whole field by, 4 or 5 laps?
Well, I guess that's
it's
true.
definitely not out of the question for Michel to do. We've seen him do it before. So not much strategy when your competition is 4 laps behind you.
We'll have to see if it goes green. We'll have to see. Of course, we're going to have the stage caution at the end of lap 52. But other than that, no scheduled cautions, of course. Sean Purcell and Ben Kuhn. Nice little race going on back here. There's Kurt Bray, who was on the podcast this week. If you haven't listened, go ahead and give it a listen. Oh! Ben Kuhn getting squirrely.
Yeah, we saw that happen a few laps ago with Hoskins, so maybe it's not a driver thing. Maybe it's a track thing. As these tires... Oh!
Gotta be careful.
I think the track or the tire wear is starting to set in here.
It just might. These guys
we saw someone nearly... Yeah, we just saw someone nearly spin out, and we just saw someone get into the wall there. So I think these tires are starting to get to that point where it's going to start affecting your grip and handling.
Yeah, and here comes. There's Bray. I think Bray touched the wall on the exit of 2. Going to lose a spot to Sean Purcell. Sean's easily going to get him. He's going to take his line, give him a little bit of dirty air. Aero blocking, maybe. As Ben Kuhn disappears for a second. Back out front, Cole Snyder, a rookie this season, only made a handful of starts. He's been in the running almost every single race he's been in. As Hightower's going to try and get past him.
To the wall a little bit there.
Yeah, a bit of a touch. Touching the wall just a touch, just a little bit.
Despite the fact that he is getting to the wall a little more each lap, he is still got Daniel Michel within reach at least. You see the gap, maybe about, 5 car lengths between them?
Yeah, just about. They're still within touching distance. The whole top 5 is really, or top 4 rather. We could be getting into that tire saving portion of the race. These 4 are very, very close on pace. 2 of the championship contenders, Bednar's slowly working his way up the field. He's fighting Morales now for P6. He got a bad qualifying, did Bednar's. But now he's...
Yeah,
oh, just as I say that!
Oh, no!
Bednar's holds on to it.
Goodness.
So an early commentary curse
Really
here.
need to stop with these commentator curse. Come on, man. We gotta save all the action for final stage of the race.
Yeah, I'm not
Closing
sure.
laps. You can't waste all your commentary curse this early.
It is a bit early. Apologies to the Bednar's camp. Didn't mean to, I guess, praise him. Too much praise and commentary curse
Yeah.
bit him hard here.
You know how badly my family's gonna crash out when you start giving me the commentary curses in about a year or so here. Oh my goodness, they're gonna be sending me like a bunch of things I can't say on stream. Not slurs, but I think you know what I mean.
They're gonna be getting com banned on
Let's just
YouTube.
say, yeah, basically they're gonna be all getting com banned, especially my dad. I know that for a fact.
We got to fight for the lead here. Gas to the high side. Daniel Michel.
Past that fraud, Brandon Gas. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still a little salty about the Vantage golf tournament.
Did he? Speaking of, yeah, the Vantage Golf with friends every Monday at I think 8 Eastern. Vantage Gaming server in the link tree, by the way, in our bio, or in the description of this video. Three-way fight for the lead. Michel to the bottom. Gas trying to put an end to this quote-unquote Daniel Michel nonsense. He's tired of it. He's sick of it. He's stepping in himself. Good chance Gas will be a full-time competitor for the 3rd season of the Pro Series. So this could be a sneak peek with Michel, Gas, and Cole Snyder, maybe even William Hightower, of what we're going to be seeing next season. Get your popcorn ready, folks. This should be a good one. Only 22 laps in, 130 laps in this event here tonight. Oh, Daniel Michel, hold on to it.
Oh!
Very close to losing
I
it.
think it's getting to that point with these tires where it's especially out of turn 2. I've noticed that in games like Heat 5, Forza Motorsport, the exit of turn 2 is definitely where you get the slickest. And it's obviously
It's no exception
taking
here.
place here tonight in iRacing as well. So it's a great thing to know that there wasn't just a skill issue on my part in those other games.
Yeah, if the mighty Daniel Michel's having trouble with it.
It takes a lot of relief off of me knowing that it wasn't just me being bad. It's just a track thing.
Here we go, Daniel Michel and William Hightower, the fight for the championship lead.
That's, I believe, like our third car we've seen get loose and squirrely out of turn 2, so it's only going to be a matter of time before someone is not going to be able to save it. I feel like it's coming sooner or later. Someone's not going to be able to fully save it. We nearly saw it with, I think, was Bednar's.
Bednar's and Hoskins almost lost it. And we saw Daniel Michel a couple laps ago. So nobody is safe.
Out of the 3, Bednar's was the closest one to nearly spinning it. He barely saved it at the very last second. So it's only a matter of time before someone just fully spins it.
Yeah, that's true. Question is when and who?
Want to take parlays?
What? Yeah, who are we betting on to spin off of 2?
I'm gonna go with. I think it's gonna be Purcell.
Oh, Morales almost did it.
Oh.
It was nearly.
Actually,
Nathan
you know
Morales.
what? You know what? I feel like I feel like Purcell is a little too clean. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Bednar's again. Realistically.
You think Bednar's is gonna put it in the wall?
I'm putting my entire life savings, which is like a couple of cents, on Bednar spinning it again.
Well, that's a. Is that a reverse curse? Could be going for.
Yeah, it's kind of like you got to get all the bad luck out at the start of the race, and then you have nothing but good luck at the end. It seems like I'm slandering him, but no, it's actually all a part of my plan to make him win.
The master
Because
plan.
all of his bad luck will be gone. Ooh,
Michel on the wall a little
yeah,
bit. Yeah,
it's all a part of the little plan. But you know what isn't a part of the plan? Never mind. I was gonna try and do a smooth transition, but we're not gonna attempt that. I feel like that would have gotten really messy. Formula America.
There it is.
Someone in the comment section wanted me to mention it. I'll just say, if I had not missed, if Nance coming back out here, had I not missed 3 races in a row, I don't think it would be as close a battle as it is now.
If
Just wait until we do
If slot
the
purge.
Vantage IMSA League. Just wait till we do Vantage IMSA. I don't plan on missing a single race. Look at this, truly see how big of a gap I can pull on these guys.
really,
These
you're
little jits.
calling a gap in that league. Michel fighting with Cole Snyder, by the way, for second place. Brandon Gas has a 2.5 second lead. Cole Snyder. So it seems like that middle to low line off of 2. We've seen people lose it there a couple times. I think that could be it. Whether you're attempting a pass or attempting to defend a pass on the exit of 2 on the bottom, that's where it gets people out, it would seem.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be something between the transition from the banking to the flat part of the track. It's definitely going to be, I think, a huge factor as the race goes on. I think maybe in the closing, 20 or so lap, I think we'll get to see that the slickness of the exit of turn 2 going to take a factor in these races. We nearly saw Michelle. We nearly saw Bednar spin out because of it. The only person we have not seen spin out nearly was Hightower.
That's true. Hightower has been safe so far. As he's actually, I think he just hit the wall there. Mid-sentence.
Oh my goodness. The racing gods don't even want to wait for us to finish the sentence anymore.
The curse is getting very feisty here. Man, it's gonna bite someone hard, I have a feeling.
And they're already starting petitions to ban me from the booth. Oh boy, I thought we were past this.
Oh, it's begun.
Past this. We already have.
Paul French.
Yeah, it's begun for a second time.
You know why? It's because you were slandering McLaren earlier in the day.
That's on that dude. I was following the line. That's not on me. You look at the clip. I was following the racing line, getting more than enough room to back out.
Well, nevertheless, yes. By the way, the caution is stage caution at the end of 52. So we're a ways away, about 20 laps away. 100 laps to go in the season. And you're probably wondering what's next for the Vantage iRacing League. Of course, the Vantage Indy Special League will continue as scheduled.
That nothing. We're shutting down.
That's it. No. 1 week from today, actually, what is it? Vantage Auto Stock Tour, VAST. ARCA cars here on iRacing starts 1 week from today. We'll be racing in Daytona for the season opener. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't want any spoilers for that.
The thing, which ARCA car are you guys using, the new ones or the old ones?
We're using the new ones, the Gen 6s.
Ah. Darn.
I know, no Gen 4, my beloved.
The Gen 4 ARCA cars are so great at CSV race, especially when they get backwards, they flip over.
All this guy cares about is flipping over.
Yeah, I've been trying to convince the admins to do an 87 Cup car and call it Sabre Series, but they won't budge.
Sabre Series, my beloved. We might get there one day. Look at this close battle for 6th position. David Morales and Tyler Justice. William Hightower in 4th. And your net championship leader, Daniel Michel, in 2nd. 1.9 off the race leader.
I think Brandon Gass has given Daniel Michel a little bit of a pack watch here.
Is this the exposure of Daniel Michel? As he's in the wall there, I think. Touched the wall off of 2.
Yeah, he was in the wall. Lost a little bit of time to Snyder.
Cole Snyder wants a win. Like I said, by the way, let's get a good view here. Let's get a zoomed in view. He's open for sponsorships, it would appear, is Cole Snyder.
You're saying I could have had 2 ASOP Purge cars on the track today. If I was a little bit more richer.
Yeah, theoretically you could have. And a special thanks to Paul French, by the way. He is sponsoring the 3rd season of the Pro Series, which will be in the fall. Making it free to enter.
It's going to be called the Paul French Cup Series?
It could be. Maybe it's going to be the Vantage Paul Cup Series powered by French.
The Vantage Paul French McLaren something Formula 1 Lando Norris.
Cole Snyder.
As long as the Truck Series.
As the Truck Series was. That was great. Cole Snyder in the pits. Green flag pit stops then should be coming your way. 36 laps is what he got out of that fuel tank and out of those tires. So we'll see where he comes out relative to the others.
Yeah, so I expect the fuel one to maybe be 30 to 40 laps.
Yeah, more or less. Let's see if gas comes in and when he does, or if he does. Well, he's going to eventually, of course, but...
I wonder if there's anyone looking for a sponsorship for the Vindy 500. I would love to get an ASOP Builds car in the Vindy.
Well, I know... Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of open spots. Vindy 500, by the way.
We'll have Hoskins do a Kyle Larson. Make him run a one-time deal.
Force him to run the race.
Yeah, just give him like $5 and he'll do it. I give him $5 and he put my logo in the car for the entire remainder of the season, which was like maybe 10 races.
That's
That
true.
is a steal.
Here comes Brandon Gass. The race leader is into the pits on lap 37. So about 36, 37 laps is maybe what we'll be getting. Tyler Justice, William Hightower stays out. We got Elliott in the booth.
Brother.
Are you guys talking about the Indy 500?
We were going to talk about the Vindy 500. We sure were.
We're actually talking about the
Well,
Vindy
good
one
news.
now.
Vindy 500.
Uh-oh.
25 of 33 spots filled. Still 8 to go. All of those spots are already paid for. Reach out if you want them.
You hear that, folks?
Uh,
Basically free entry for the Vindy 500. Of course, you do have to qualify for the race. But
you should let me borrow your iRacing account, Nico. I'll race for you.
if anyone's racing for me, it's going to be me.
Uh-huh. And you'll crash on lap 2. Meanwhile, I'll finish the full, 200 laps?
Bro doesn't even know. Daniel Michelle's out of the pits. Bray, Justice, and Hightower are still in. And let's see, did Daniel Michelle? Oh, looks like Daniel Michelle might have only taken 2 tires or no tires. 7.7 pit stop. And Brandon Gass was 14.3. So I think Daniel Michelle is just trying to get the track position and get to the end of the stage. Could be smart. Could be the move.
Yeah, that is definitely smart. Because once that stage caution comes out, everybody's going to be pitting together. So you can pit in the lead and come out in the lead, too.
He just got free track position. As Hightower loses a
But
spot.
I don't know. Did he take only 2 tires?
It doesn't tell me here, but his pit stop was only 7.7 as opposed to 14 plus for the others. So he either took no tires or 2.
Or maybe only gas. Well, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. But the gap to him and Snyder is closing up. Unless that's just the scoreboard glitching out. He's pretty closing that gap rapidly. So maybe old tires against new tires.
Here comes Cole Snyder. He's going to have the fresh tires.
Snyder, I just wreck him.
You'd be
The old Jacob Hoskins. I didn't mean to wreck you. Sorry.
the old Jacob Hoskins. Wild slander for Hoskins. Here he comes, the 17.
That's okay. I'm sponsoring him. It's okay.
Looking to the bottom. He's going to clear him off of 2. Can he keep it off the wall? The answer is yes. New race leader, Cole Snyder, here on lap 41. 90 laps to go.
You know what's a little concerning? Thinking about it now, no matter what, if Daniel Michelle took only 2 or no tires, that's going to make turn 2 even more sketchy with even worn tires now. And if he took two fresh tires, that's probably worst case scenario because you'll have one side that's fresher, like almost grippiest tires compared to no tires. So you're going to be very snappy out of turn 2. So I feel like he should have just taken it like a champ and gotten all 4.
As he goes off the wall there in 2. He's trying to play the track position game. 2.9 seconds is the gap between him and Brandon Gass. He's got 10 laps to maintain it. And I'll be honest, I don't know if that gap's going to hold up for 10 whole laps. Bednar's in 8th, right behind Tyler Smith. He's trying to work his way through the field. He only took, he didn't take 4 tires. He had a 7.3 second pit stop.
A lot of varying strategies already. Whoa, taking a whole new definition of the Larson line. That guy,
Oh, that was
17,
Cole
was
Snyder.
on the wall, like fully riding the wall there, taking a Ross Chastain.
Yeah, he was wall riding on the exit of 4. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle. Nope. All right. I don't know why it's being glitched out there, but
Congratulations, Fox Sports 1.
yeah, we've done it now. The gap between Gass and Michelle is less than a second. Less than 7/10. I think Michelle's strategy might not be playing off here. Now, theoretically, he doesn't actually have to try and win the race. He just has to beat William Hightower and Landon Bednar's.
Yeah, it's just like real life. You don't have to necessarily win. You just gotta finish higher than them.
That's true. Here comes Brandon Gas on better tires.
Definitely help. Oh!
Off the wall. 92 to the bottom.
Wow, you had... No offense, Nico, but you kind of had a Joe Buck kind of commentary call there. Like, Daniel Michelle went full into the wall, and you did a little, oh, wow. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
off the wall. I'm embracing my
Wow.
full Fox Sports.
Yeah, no kidding. Jamie Little.
Oh, Jamie Little. Don't.
I think his tires are starting to get to the point where it might be
25.
undrivable for 5 laps.
25 is having some real problems here. As you can see, oh, there's Hoskins getting put a lap down there by second place.
Oh my
There's your-
gosh, man.
that's your car. Let's take a look though. Look, as you can see the wiggle off of
Oh.
4 as well. He's in real trouble.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that strategy was not the best one. He's lost 2 spots now. I don't know if he's at risk of losing a 3rd here because they're battling for 4th.
This is for
I
this is
think.
that's actually
Oh,
5th.
this is
Hightower scrubs off the wall as well. Hightower did not take 4 tires either. So all 3 of the championship drivers didn't take a full pit stop. They're all trying the same thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Bednar's off the
Oh.
wall. He's trying to get past
Everybody
Kurt
getting
Bray.
a piece to the wall. Oops, all turn 2 wall. My goodness. I want to take a look at Daniel Michelle entering turns 1 and 2 this next time by. I'll definitely see how bad it gets. You see him already running the high line. He starts to slide up more and more until it gets to a point where he either has to get off the gas fully or he has to tank slide right
Yeah,
there.
just like
See?
that.
Oh my goodness. So I definitely think doing whatever strategy they went on is not the call late race because they keep getting into that wall more and more, and it's definitely going to take a healthy amount of damage to that right side.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Make sure he doesn't lose too much time. And again, he's in the
Right
wall.
there, and he's in the
Real
wall again.
problems. He's really losing time. Here comes
And
Tyler
that's-
Justice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's allowing for Tyler Justice to nearly close a second a lap now. As we still have what, nearly 4 laps until the stage break, I believe.
He's just desperately trying to hold on to any amount of grip he can, which seemingly is none. Let's see what he does. He's holding on to it in 3 and 4.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you see Tyler Justice is gonna get right behind him and probably make a pass here into turns 1 and 2.
Again, in the wall. You can see the sparks flying. Justice is through easily. No contest there. Daniel Michelle sliding through the middle of turn 2. Still struggling with grip. Concerns. Big concerns for the championship favorite as Tyler Justice now trying to close in on the top 3.
I definitely think that at least Daniel Michelle can just kind of coast from here now. At least just kind of take it calm. Because the gap between him and Morales is apparently 2 seconds. So, unless I'm reading that wrong.
No, yeah,
it is
it's
2 seconds.
2 seconds. It is coming down very quickly though. As oh
Yeah,
no,
but
that's
one-
Morales off the wall.
Oh, oh
Well,
my goodness. Yeah, I definitely think as the late race runs go on, it's definitely going to see a lot of problems with the wall.
who can save the
So I
most
think-
tires?
Yeah, and someone in the chat raised a good question. How many sets of tires do they have? So maybe it's not by choice, but because of
I think
predicament they're in.
it might be
Same
2 or
tires
3. We'll have
for
to
the
see.
end of the race.
We'll get race director Elliott in here.
Yeah,
at
because you
end
don't
of the
want
lap.
to waste a set of tires on an early run, especially when there's a stage happening.
That's true.
It's not maybe that they're running this willingly. They have to do this, kind of.
The gap between Michelle and Morales, half a second.
Despite the fact that Michelle is on the rails right now, he's still passing Hoskins. That's not a good look for my sponsor.
And here comes Morales up the middle. Stage caution should be coming out as soon as Hightower crosses the line, I do believe. And there it is.
He got him.
Stage.
Yes. Ooh. I think Morales might have barely got him.
Very close. I think you're right.
I think. So a horrible, I guess green flag run from Michelle there. That was, yeesh.
That was pretty rough. Let's get Elliott in here by force. Elliott, it's Nico and Purge. You got us?
Absolutely.
All right, so we have people in the chat asking how many sets of tires did the drivers get for today's race?
All right, so like this race and most other Vantage Pro Series races, and also Vantage Auto Stock Tour races for next week, they will be running their starting set plus 3 full tire sets. So there shouldn't really be a concern on tires, but you can't take them every single pit stop if there's going to be a lot of cautions.
All right, well, that makes sense. Thanks for the insights, Elliot. I'm sure that'll answer all the
Thank you,
questions
my
the chat
love.
had.
Absolutely.
So 3 sets plus the ones you start on. So it really was just a track
So-
position game that he was playing.
Yeah, I guess it's just, yeah. Unless they're banking on the final few laps being a caution fest.
They will have that
I
extra.
don't know.
The Championship 3 will have an extra
Yeah.
set then, if that comes down to it.
Yeah, I guess so. But I definitely can imagine Daniel Michel is going to be relieved being on fresh tires now.
Yeah, him,
That was
Hightower, and Bednar is likely going to be on fresh sets of tires. And the likes of Gass and Cole Snyder, they already pit
that was
as
definitely
Hightower
hard to watch.
overshot his pit stall. I'm going to cut you off, but he had a reverse there. That's going to be huge.
What a drama. Who would have thought?
Problems for
Promise these races. We promise these races aren't scripted, folks. It's just naturally occurring.
That's just how it goes. Although he does still get out. Where does he come out in relation to? He loses a spot to it's Tyler Smith in front of him. And Kurt Bray jumps up a little bit. So yeah, Hightower will be down. Daniel Michel. We'll see how they restart once the set's here. But I think David Morales, if I'm not mistaken, once the scoreboard resets here, he didn't take tires. He's going to get the track position. He qualified in second, so he has some pace here. It's a matter of throwing it together. Very interesting.
Remember back in 2016 when Carl Edwards threw that horrible block and caused a big one on the restart?
I do.
I feel like that's gonna happen today. I feel like someone's gonna try that on the lead.
You think we're going to see a 2016 finale type of moment here?
Yeah, and it's gonna force one of the big guys into retirement. So whoever wrecks out, whoever throws that bad block, is gonna be doing retirement.
Are you saying that we could
What a shame.
potentially see a Daniel Michel career ender?
No, I think my parlay is telling me it's gonna be Brandon Gass throwing that bad block. He retires, and then Daniel Michel takes that touring spot away from him because Brandon Gass is gonna retire.
Interesting. They're on the same team already, but
It's all listen. Oh, are they? He's
yes.
gonna take both spots then.
He's going to take both. He'll be first and second driver.
2 for 1. Yeah, he'll just have to multitask.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Coming to the green. 75 laps to go. This race is flying by. We are going to crown a champion tonight. David Morales will lead us back to green. He's got Cole Snyder on his outside, Brandon Gass, and Tyler Justice behind him. Green flag about to drop, and we are racing once again. Look at the start from the 71. That's exactly what he wanted. Here comes Kurt Bray.
Man, I feel like we're gonna see some chaos here with David Morales up front. He's gonna get really racy here.
Yep, 71 to the high side. 92 of Brandon Gass to the bottom, but Morales gets a good run off of 2. And not to be that guy, and don't look now. Here comes Daniel Michel. Morales scraping the wall in the middle of 3. Holding on to it, though. He's going to lead a lap. Remember, he's on those older tires. Whereas Hightower and Bednar's
Good.
fighting for 8th.
So far, everything's pretty clean. I don't want to jinx it though.
Here comes
Daniel
Michel
is already
to the bottom. Gas in the
away from
wall.
front.
He might take the lead here as David Morales is also in the wall for 4. Daniel Michel into second place. He wants to win the championship and the race. He's won 12 races this season already. Vantage record. He's looking for 13. And he gets into first. Morales in the wall. Daniel Michel into second. Morales with some connection issues there. Got to be careful if you're Gas or Snyder behind him. Challenge for second. Man, Morales is getting real comfortable with that wall out there.
He's already doing some, I guess, tire saving, I guess you could say. Usually
Little
on
bit.
the high
Oh!
line on the-
Car off in the background. It's
one
Hoskins around. Caution is watch out for Derek Fry. Almost took out his teammate.
Oh my gosh.
First caution of the day, besides the scheduled caution, of course. Brought to you
I'm gonna
by
go take a rain break. I need to do another rain dance.
Tay
Be
Fi
right back.
Artist. It is not going Hoskins' way here so far. Let's take a look to see what happened with the driver of the 47. Middle of your screen there, just lost it off with 2. Technically kept it out of the wall, and he didn't fully spin either. So, but just a bit of a moment there for the 47. But obviously not ideal for Hoskins. He's a lap down now, running in P12. Now, you did say he had some pace and that he could be a championship contender had he made the round of 3 purge. Do you still feel the same way about the 47? Oh, he's muted right now. I think he's taking a little bit of a bathroom break. And here comes Daniel Michel. Daniel Michel into the pits. Cole Snyder into the pits. That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Could be going for a splash and dash. I'm not sure entirely. They did take... Well, it's been about 15 laps or so. No, excuse me, 10 laps since the stage break. And it looks like it might have just been a splash and dash. 5 seconds was the pit stop. 4.8 for Cole Snyder. Smith Bednars is in. Tyler Smith gets ahead of line in Bednars. So now William Hightower is in the driver's seat for the championship lead. And as we continue to pace, let's go ahead and take a short, little commercial break. We'll be right back. The challenge for the win. Gonna get alongside him. Off of 4. They touch. They touch. Drag race to the line. Could it happen again? Photo finish. Yes. Daniel Michel. What a finish. We're gonna go for it. For the lead. 3 wide in turn 3. Run to the line. They're wrecking side by side. Who got it? Side by side. Right to the line. Who's it gonna be? G for CP and CP edges him out. Those can make him go the long way, and he does it. They touch. Does he hold on to it? Yes.
Close. But here comes Smitty! Smitty on the bottom! Here he comes! To the line, who is it gonna be? It is gonna be Mike Tyson!
The fireworks are going off on and off the track. Cuts the corner, does RBN. They touch again. A drag race, side by side. And here we go. The photo finish. Let's go ahead and take a look at the power rankings, actually.
Yes!
So,
Sup, fuckers. I use math to make shit go fast.
gonna be a sitting duck here. There goes VNV, around the outside, up the middle, trying to get 2 for the price of 1, trying to get 3 for the price of 1, and he does! VNV in the 4th. Coming back to green right on time. Fox could never. Green flag in the air. It's David Morales leading the way. Brandon Gass behind him. Tyler Justice in 3rd. They all fall in line. William Hightower in the leading spot of the championship drivers. We're all clean through turn 1, it would seem. As Gass takes the lead of the race.
I was waiting to call anything after turn 2, because usually turn 2, the exit of turn 2 is where we see things, but everybody got through it perfectly fine. But I think Morales got a little
squirrely.
tap on the wall.
Yeah, he was squirrely before the caution, so didn't really go his way after. And by the way, Michelle now is in the lead of the Championship 3 drivers. Looking to the outside of Sean Purcell with a huge wiggle off of 2.
Oh!
And they're working in the background. Lennon Bednarz is involved. Can he keep it off the wall? Only just. Bednarz just kept it, but Kurt Bray and Tyler Smith into the wall hard. Caution number 3 on the day.
Yeah, that was a great wreck.
That was a great one.
That was a great wreck, actually. That was probably one of the best wrecks I've seen in a while, in a couple of races, actually.
So let's take a look to see what happened here with this incident on the race. Looking at, they just got bunched up, it feels like. Contact there.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like maybe Kurt Bray may have given the 21 a little bit of a help.
Yeah,
Hitting Bednarz.
Kurt Bray was involved in that one. Pretty much. It's got a good.
Kurt Bray masterclass.
Let's see here. 99 of Kurt Bray. Oh, he just barely tagged him.
Yeah, it looks like he just gave him a little bit of a. Maybe it might have been netcode, honestly. That looked like a netcode kind of wreck.
It could have been. That was very, very close.
Yeah, but I would love to go back and take a look at that Bednarz. What I think it might have been a save. I think he might have just kept it off the wall, maybe just barely, if not made a little bit of contact, enough to keep him in this race. Fortunately.
Let's see what happened here. Ooh, barely kissed it.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, that is probably the best case scenario if you are Bednarz.
Absolutely, it could have been. That could be a championship defining moment.
Yeah, if he had maybe impacted that wall just a little bit faster, that could have been a race ender right there. That is definitely a miracle from God, from the racing gods above. They felt bad for cutting us off mid commentary curve, so they gave us one.
Yeah, they gave him back to Bednarz there. They said this guy's got to stay in the championship fight, at least till the bitter end.
If the racing gods were real, they would make both Hightower and Michelle somehow.
So don't look now, but the championship 3 are all 5th, 6th, and
Legend,
7th.
the runner-up, and the rookie.
In that order as well.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Only we had a little graphic to show it.
Prince.
Okay, all right. Okay.
What?
I want to make. I'm making it known that I did not mean anything by that. I didn't mean that. I was just saying we could have had a graphic.
Yeah,
It was all on Nico.
All right, we're flipping the blame to me. I guess I'll take it. Gas
You're
is
the one
going
who
to be
name dropped. I was not trying to name drop anyone. I was just trying to keep it subtle.
those who know.
Now I'm gonna look like a dickhead.
Whoa! On stream as well. This is not going
It's your
to
fault.
ESPN.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going.
Brandon Gass will be leading us to green. And interesting to note here, Brandon Gass, I rating of 5,151. David Morales, I rating 888.
Whoa.
So
That's oh my goodness. I don't know if that's good or not, but I know comparing quad digits to triple digits is definitely not good.
yeah, it's quite the jump.
It's fine. Me and Chief will have like a I rating of like 2, and we'll probably somehow be as worse.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Coming to green here. Brandon Gass will lead the pack here. He's had some pretty good restarts, as has the pole sitter for every restart. So here we go. Lap 68. Green flag in the air. Look at the 92. He's off to the races. See you later, says Brandon Gass. David Morales in second. Do they survive turns 1 and 2? Championship 3 are all 3 in a row here. 3 wide in front of them. 44 of Justice had to back out of it.
Tyler Justice, yeah, he teched up, and that's going to slow down Michelle a little bit here. And it's going to allow Hightower to get a little bit of a run here down the backstretch.
Hightower to the high side, Michelle to the bottom. Bednarz right to the back bumper of the 45. You can see further up ahead. That is David Morales in the wall a little bit. Ben Kuhn having some connection issues. Elliot making a good point that you start iRacing with a 1350 iRating. I think. Well, maybe not.
He dropped?
A move here from Cole Snyder. Say what you will about his iRating. He's keeping pace with the leaders, just momentarily.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, I mean, especially running the high line, too. But, what is the, speaking of what we're on iRating, what is the minimum iRating required for this, or is there none?
There actually is one, but it's not too terribly enforced, especially at this late stage in the season.
That's true. I do think they said. Oh no, that's the entry fee. Never mind. I was thinking about iRating. But that is the entry fee. There's no more entry fees for the remaining of the season, especially considering this is the last.
This is the final race, so if you want to join us for this season,
better hurry up and get on.
you are officially 72 laps down.
Yeah, we got. Oh, never mind. They're gonna be. Handful. I was gonna say there's still enough time for them to get back on the lead lap, but no, really not.
Definitely not. We are more than halfway through this race. It is Gas first, Daniel Michel in second, Sean Purcell in third. Although he's in a fight with David Morales right now.
When was the last time we saw Brandon Gas win?
In the Pro Series?
Pro Series? No, just in general. I'm trying to remember.
He won Talladega Season 1. He hasn't had too many starts. He did, yeah.
I was gonna say I don't remember the last one that gave a win graphic for him posting it.
I think that was before win graphics.
That'd be kind of cool seeing a different number, yeah, different font finally winning instead of that.
Best I can do is 25 times 13. As here comes.
At least it would be a different font this time.
That's true. Would be a new paint scheme, a Chief Dankaroo inspired paint scheme. Might I add? He ran that in Friday Night Fenders when he won the championship.
Ugh.
Here's the fight for the lead. Michel to the bottom, Gas to the top. And Gas gets him there.
I don't know whether I want to take this as a compliment or an insult. Paul French just said, bro, purchase the Vantage equivalent of Clint Boyer. Do we take that as a compliment or an insult?
I think it can be looked at either way. I think Clint Boyer is perfectly entertaining.
I personally like Clint Boyer. I don't know, but people seem to hate him in the booth. But I personally love him. He gives that charm. He gives he kind of makes it less serious, but according to some people, they want serious. So
here comes.
Who knows? Maybe these slash J's in commentary might not be slash J's.
Slash J.
Slash S. I might be
slash serious.
It might be slash S. Slash serious if you pick up, unfortunately.
Michel getting awfully close to the wall. They have switched lines, by the way. Brandon Gas now running the bottom. Michel off the top. Interesting to see what happens here. Here comes Daniel Michel. Good run off of 4. He's going to stick to the bottom, send it up the inside. Will he clear him in the middle of turn 2? Will he have the grip to clear him? Or will Gas get the run off of the corner? We're going to see here Michel. Slide job. He's got him. Daniel Michel into the lead. But here comes Gas. It's not done yet. He got the run off of 2.
Oh, man.
Down the back straightaway.
Great. Watch. Reverse slide job. Reverse. No.
Michel driving it in deep. Is Gas going to clear him? Yes, he is. Will we see a similar move? No, we won't. Brandon Gas back out in front. Daniel Michel took the lead momentarily. Here he comes again into 2. Excuse me, into 1.
My goodness.
This is great racing.
It's all slide job.
Oops, all slide jobs indeed. I don't think he's going to have the space to clear him. He's going to try. No room. Nowhere to go. Good thing he backed out of it. He could have walled both of them.
Now it's over.
It could be. Or is it? I don't know. He's still there.
Give us one more for the entertainment. We want to be like WWE.
We want the entertainment. We want content. This battle's still raging on. Meanwhile,
the funny thing about the Paul French and Aesop Purge beef, it all started because I didn't like McLaren for one race, but I used to be a McLaren fan before Kick Sauber became a thing. I used to be a McLaren fan.
And you want to give us a good reason as to why you like Kick Sauber?
because of the neon green. That's quite literally it.
So what happens when Audi
People
takes
say
over?
that scheme looks ugly. I'm gonna become an Audi fan.
But they're not going to be neon green.
I mean, I can't just bandwagon back. I can't, especially now that they're winning. I can't bandwagon back to McLaren. I gotta stick with the underdog teams for a while.
That's fair.
I gotta wait until the hype dies down for McLaren. Then I'll jump back board on my original ship.
52 laps remaining. Daniel Michel versus Brandon Gass is the fight out front. We got Robin Gass in the chat, rooting on the 92 machine. Daniel Michel trying to get to the bottom. They both go to the bottom. Bit of aero blocking there. Daniel Michel had his line taken away. Where does he go here? Has a peek to the outside. Nowhere to go. Has a peek right to the back bumper, actually.
Another challenge. Yes, there we go.
Here we go.
It's going to be another slide job attempt. Oh, I love these. These are so good.
Sticks it to the bottom. Gas to the top. This is through 3 and 4. Gas, I think, touched the wall there. He definitely touched the wall. He's going to lose some time. Daniel Michel forcing a mistake, dare I say, of the 92. This is a full-on war. Look how close the 92 is to the wall.
Wow, that was an incredible Larson line right there.
Really well done. Here we go again.
I think he's charging up for another one here.
He is recharging.
Slowly but surely. Now he's gonna try on the inside.
He's just trying to close off there. Get a little bit closer. Dare I say, he's gassing up for another attack. Huh?
Strike one. I'm bringing the 3-strike system back.
Come
buddy.
on. It's the last race. It's the last race.
This one's no. You know what? Just because of that, this strike is carrying over into Vast now.
No.
So how many races are in Vast? Like 10, and you're already on strike one. Oh my goodness.
Here comes Gas to the high side. Dan Michel's going to stick to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Gas will go to the high side. He's going to, if he can keep it out of the wall. Real close there on entry.
Incredible.
There he goes. Gets the run. Gets the lead.
Man, this is a great battle.
They both go to the bottom.
Question: We've gone maybe getting around that 30 lap mark. So we're definitely gonna start seeing some tire fall off. But with this battle, even then, we still have not seen. It has not shown any signs of tire fall off.
Oh no!
So it's gonna be incredible to see what these two do when their tires start to fully wear.
Absolutely. Here comes the 25, excuse me, having a peek to the outside. Nowhere to go that time. William Hightower, he's hoping these guys keep fighting. He's got to get there if he wants a chance at a championship. We mentioned he's a 2-time runner-up. Even
with these two fighting, they're still pulling a gap on Hightower.
They are. They're kind of I don't know. They're kind of in their own league right now.
Yeah, I guess Gas has everything to lose. Michelle really doesn't. Besides the championship, but we don't look at that.
Besides the championship, only the championship, only the whole championship.
I mean, that's only minuscule. This is a battle of bragging rights. Brandon Gas name dropped him. The Daniel Michel show must end, and Daniel Michel's right there. So he's putting up or he's shutting up. This is it. Detrimental to Brandon Gas.
Championship be damned. This is pride on the line for the top 2.
Yeah, you're either going to be known as the guy who ended the Daniel Michel show or the guy who talked crap and couldn't back it up.
And lost, yeah. Many have tried to topple the Daniel Michel empire, but all have failed, dare I say.
Just wait for the Chief Denki Race Up Purge saga. It's just going to be like Jackson Storm and I don't know, who's the other one?
It's going to be like Kick Sauer battling for last place every week.
All right, buddy. Let's strike 2.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you got 1 strike remaining for the next 10 races.
10 weeks.
You're actually so cooked.
I think, speaking of cooked.
You can remove a strike is by buying $50 worth of diecast from me.
That's wild. Speaking of cooked, I think Michel's tires might be a little bit on the cooked side of things. Dropping back just a touch.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Brandon Gas did mention that Daniel Michel was the type of driver who uses up all of his tires instead of saving. It definitely looks like that's what we saw when these two were battling, doing slide job after slide job. Daniel Marshall was just kind of slinging it in there. Didn't really care about his tires. He wanted to complete some laps.
Yeah, maybe he. Well, we do have another stop. There's no way, of course, they'll make it another 43 laps on fuel. And if they can't get to maybe, gosh, 10 more laps, 7 more laps, we might see 2 more stops, as we see a wiggle there from gas.
I definitely think it's. They're saying it's tire strategy. He started to say, but I think it's tire fall off more than anything. We did see. Let's see. I'm trying to do the math here. About 30 laps ago. So yeah, we're right about that area where Daniel Michel would have pitted. He hasn't pitted yet.
Remember, there was that short caution. Michelle came in. He got a splash of fuel. He was in the pits for about 5 seconds.
True. I forgot all about that caution because I was too sad. Distraught.
Distracted.
Distracted? What do you mean distracted?
You distracted?
You're talking to what, 2-time Vantage champion?
Oh!
Three. Oh
Problem in the back. It's David Morales with a wiggle right in front of Hoskins. So these two have a bit of a history.
If Morales wrecks the purge car, I'm gonna crash out on stream. Like the 15th time.
We're gonna see what happens. Oh, they almost touch. Wow, that was nearly. That was nearly the end of it, of Purge on stream. 40 laps to go. Do we get a caution before the end of the race? Does this come down to tire strategy and fuel strategy? Very good questions. Very good questions. Gap is 7/10. Gas. He's 39 laps away from putting an end to this quote-unquote Daniel Michel nonsense. Cole Snyder with some connection issues. Purging the commentary cursed his own car, says Slay in the chat. This is true. You almost got...
Yeah. Oh, don't do that. Whoever that just goes down to the bottom, don't do that. You're starting to scare me.
Hoskins with a good recovery. He's back on the lead lap, fighting his teammate for 6th. Soon, anyways.
You want to make a challenge for the pass here?
Oh, Bednar's in the wall,
Oh.
but he's actually faster up there somehow. Interesting. Take a look at what he did.
Because all the rubber buildup is starting to go up to the high side now, so I think that high line is starting to become optimal. I mean, obviously we saw it with Brandon Gas and Daniel Michel, but I think it's starting to become even more usable with these guys here.
Slay says I'm 5 curses. Excuse me. Jeez Louise, how many stutters away am I? 5 commentary curses away from 200. That's probably just this year, but we'll see if we can get those numbers up.
I hope the 200th commentary curse is a flip.
Wouldn't that be something?
So Ben Kuhn's in the pits. I think
He
this
is.
out. I don't know. It says pit out. I don't know.
Well, he's in the pits, but he's having some connection issues.
Oh, yeah. So he'll be the first to come into the pits. Goodbye to the bait. So be it.
He'll be right on the cusp of being able to make it to the end then. 36 laps. A bump there from William Hightower. Right to the back of Tyler Justice. Bump drafting here.
Hightower is realizing that it's go time.
It could be.
He's got to make a lap. Oh, as I say that.
He's, well, right on the cusp of grip.
On the cusp of meeting the inside wall.
Yeah. Hightower does not want to finish runner-up again. This would be, if he were to finish where he is right now, 3 consecutive runner-up championship finishes for William Hightower. If it finishes like this, not ideal.
Yeah, talk about Chick Hicks.
Talk about the runner-up, yeah. That would be man. Gas is in. Gas is into the pits for what I can only imagine is the last time, barring a late caution.
Yeah, and I definitely think this is gonna be a 4-tire, maybe full fuel stop here, because with the 4 tires and the full, oh my goodness, the full fuel, you'll definitely make it from here.
Yep, and make it to the end. It's about 36 laps.
There are gonna be, and you saw people who took 2 tires or no tires in the last green flag stop struggled immensely. So I wonder what Michelle's gonna do here. If he's gonna take 4, 2, or none.
Well, getting too comfortable with the wall there. He puts Gas a lap down, who is just now exiting the pits. So this is it. This is go time. This could be race winning time for Daniel Michel. He's got to go as fast as possible without losing too much time. Remember, he does have that slight fuel advantage from that splash and dash earlier, which means he theoretically would be able to take a smaller amount of fuel when he stops here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something to consider, especially if he takes 4 tires. We know that it'll be most likely a shorter stop even with the 4 tires because he's taking less fuel. So that could be detrimental to having the advantage over Brandon Gas.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I just don't think running worn tires around here is going to be faster. I don't think you can do an overcut here. So
We'll
I
see.
would just pit as soon as possible, honestly.
Unless he's
slap you stay
cooking.
out and try and overcut, it's more time you lose.
Yeah, he's losing time. Brandon has fresh tires till the end of the race. And Daniel Michel is in. Gonna be careful not to speed here.
Yeah.
That was very, very close. We'll see.
That lines up for a Bednar championship if Michelle were to get a penalty here.
That could be huge.
Now, so it looks like,
Well, Hightower.
The battle is on for a second.
This could be massive. We'll see what happens with Daniel Michel.
Massive.
Oh boy. He's getting his service now, but we'll see if there's a hold afterwards for speeding into the pits. That would be an all-time choke if it were to cost him a championship.
I think he might have gotten it just barely. It looked definitely close, but I think he might have pulled it off.
He did. So he is safe. There goes Brandon Gas. Massive overcut for the 92. He's going to be well into the lead of this race. Although, fresher tires for the 25.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out, especially with...
I think we lost
Doesn't
Perk.
really gotta
Oh, there we
worry
go.
about pressure.
So he's got fresher tires, and he's going to be flat out to the end. There's no sense in saving your tires. There's only 30 laps to go in the season. 29 now. Cool.
Man, that would have been a huge game changer had he gotten that penalty.
That would have been a season ender. Luckily for him, he didn't.
Definitely. Potentially just a reputation changer, I guess. The guy who could have gone 2 in a row but choked it away would have not been a patchy title.
Yeah, it would have been rough. The gap, by the way, from Michelle to Gas has come down already 1.5 tenths. So I think Michelle might have...
Someone mentioned it. Someone mentioned it in the chat a few minutes ago. They said if they wreck together, we're going to have NFL levels of scripted allegations. And I don't doubt that.
Yeah,
I feel like that's not off the table. The way these two have been battling each other late in that last green flag run, I think it's definitely on the table that we might see them take each other out.
It's a very well possibility. We'll see how close they get. Under 3 seconds is the gap. When he came out of the pits, it was about 3.5. Cole Snyder is officially into the pits. This is going to cycle Brandon Gas back to the lead of the race. Hightower, by the way, about 4.5 back. If those two start fighting, Hightower might be able to sneak in here. Caution! Caution is out. It's Ben Kuhn.
Oh no!
Ben Kuhn is in the wall off of turn 2.
Oh, we got spin gate. We got spin gate. Spin gate.
Oh, it's happened. A late caution. That's number 4 on the day, I do believe.
Kuhn is never gonna live that down.
No, he isn't.
My goodness. I think things are gonna get a little crazy now.
They just might. Yeah, and apologies in advance for Ben Kuhn. He was blipping in and out.
Get, the D1 hating.
This is the replay we got. Ben Kuhn was glitching in and out. Problem off of 2. Into the inside, retaining
I
wall.
don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim.
That was... Oh, we're not beating the scripted allegations anytime soon.
That didn't look like a natural spin. I kind of looked like he just hooked it right.
And conveniently, he blipped it out of connection when he turned right into the wall. So
Lag switching.
we'll never
Thank
know.
goodness.
We'll never know.
I think all strategy has just gone out the window here.
It might have. If you're... Lyndon Bednarz is a lap down. If you're William Hightower, do you take fresh tires? You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Although you are right behind Daniel Michel, this is going to come down to these 3. Bednar is going to get his lap back.
Wow, this is... Oof. My goodness. Deflate gate, spin gate, my goodness.
And this
Crash
is
gate.
full on lag gate, Ben Kuhn gate. Oh no. There's nothing I could even say to nullify any allegations of scripting.
For all 30 of you watching at home, what do we say? Was that scripted?
Put it down in
Is
the
that
chat
natural?
if you think that was scripted. I don't know. Oh, look at this. The 25 going to the
Is Michelle
apron.
pitting? I don't know.
Mind games.
I guess he would be trying to say, yeah, I guess he's just trying to fake out the competition.
He's
But
got,
low-key, if you're Bednarz, I would just go for tires. You're a lap down already, getting your lap back here at the middle of the field. Go for tires, honestly. Get fresh tires. Yes, they'd be what, five laps newer? That's still new tires.
it's better than nothing, yeah.
Exactly.
Paul French does make a good point. It didn't benefit necessarily or hurt anybody in terms of strategy, although it did close up William Hightower. The gap was 4.5. We don't know if he was going to close up to Daniel Michel because Michel also had fresh tires. But he's going to be in the inside, starting on the bottom, behind Brandon Gass. He has a chance here. This is his chance, his best chance ever at a championship. The previous 2 chances
Yeah, especially
wasn't really there.
especially with how how good the runs the inside have been getting on the restarts all night tonight. It's definitely not out of the question that Hightower might beat Michelle into turn 1 here.
He's got to. I feel like he has to. This is crucial. If he exits turn 2 behind Daniel Michel, it is...
Jover.
It's an uphill battle for sure. And of course Daniel Michel's going to be trying to beat Brandon Gass. He doesn't want to lose to him. He was already hunting him down with that tire discrepancy. Tire offset. 3 laps the difference
Feel
between
like-
their 2 tires.
This is where things get controversial. We're gonna get spin after spin, just like the truck series.
You think it's going to devolve from here?
Yes.
All right, we'll see.
Actually, I don't know. These guys have actually kind of been clean tonight, so I wouldn't know. What do you think?
Sheesh, it's hard to tell. I think maybe... I mean, Bednarz has a lot of ground to make up. Look how far back he is. He's on the lead lap, but at what cost? For what purpose?
Oh yeah, just take 4 fresh tires. I mean, you have a 4 or 5 lap advantage on fresher tires. May not do the
I think he already does. He pit on lap 101. Gas pit on
Oh,
lap
did he?
96.
Okay.
Michelle pit on lap 99. Hightower pit on lap 96. So if you
For
can
the
get
pit
there,
now, you have 10 lap newer tires.
that's true. Although we are going green here, so it's that window has passed.
Yeah, that window had definitely passed.
This is it. My heart. I can only imagine the drivers. My heart's beating quickly. I'm nervous. I'm excited. These guys got to be stomachs in throats.
All right, you little freakmeister.
It's a saying, I promise. So Brandon Gass will lead us to
I'm
green.
so sure.
William Hightower with a golden opportunity to get past Daniel Michel. 24 laps to decide the Season 2 champion here at Homestead. Can they get it done? Who will come out on top? Gass looking for a win. Daniel Michel looking for a 13th on the season. 14 if you count the All-Star race. And a second championship. Here we go, folks. Strap those seatbelts. We're about to go racing one more time. Green flag in the air. And we're racing once again. Look at the restart there from
Wow,
Brandon
what a
Gass.
Great. And Hightower's going to have the advantage on the inside.
And there he
here.
goes. Hightower to the bottom.
Oh!
Daniel Michel clears him. Hightower didn't have the traction. He's going the wrong way.
Hightower's having a problem.
He might have missed a shift or something.
Oh my gosh, I think that might have been the championship. I don't think anyone could challenge.
It could be. And Kurt Bray getting into, I think that's Sean Purcell. They're 3 wide. Hoskins trying to get up there. Don't mind the green flag. As Daniel Michel in second, Brandon Gass in first. So this is going to be your fight for the win. You got to be sick if you're Hightower. You tried your best, you just didn't have the traction. Now he's down fighting for 7th. Bednar's got a bad restart as well. He's trotting around in 10th.
That is going to be the most underwhelming championship finish I think I've ever been a part of.
Oh, who's to say it's over?
This might be worse than the IndyCar this year. That was. I don't know.
All we're missing is some lapped cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got 20 laps though for another caution.
Yeah, a caution here would really throw a wrench in things, even more so than what we've seen already.
If it goes green, I think this is going to be your championship. Oh, we're not playing. We can go. Michelle, Hightower, or Bednar's and Hightower.
Bednar's is in front of him. Hightower with an absolutely nightmare restart. 20 laps remaining. 0.4 of a second is the gap. I think we're going to get a part 2. We're going to get a finale, a final act to this Gas versus Michelle fight for the win.
For them to take each other out and Tyler Justice winning, oh, absolutely peak.
That would be so peak. Or David Morales is right there as well.
It's true. It is true.
0.3 of a second is the gap.
Entire top 6 take each other out. Bridge car wins again.
Could happen. It's not impossible. Never say never. Gas running the bottom. Trying to take away the line from Daniel Michel. They got a taste of how to race each other. He's closing.
Yeah, even with I was gonna say no matter what Brandon Gas is doing, Daniel Michel is still closing the gap, inch by inch. He's gaining a whole lot. He gained a whole 10th there, maybe.
0.2 of a second, with 18 laps to go. Michel is there. This race will be won on track. Relatively similar tires. 3 laps the better is Daniel Michel. And here he comes. Does he have a move here? He goes to the high side. Gas stays to the bottom. And he's off the wall.
Going defensive. Oh! Yeah, Brandon Gas is definitely going defensive now. Last time they were battling, we saw Brandon Gas enter high, and then Daniel Michel would dive it in low. Brandon Gas is definitely playing the defensive game now. Taking that inside line. Now
here
he
we
takes
go
the high
again.
line there. So I think
he's just running what line is more comfortable for him.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on. I think he enters high on the first set of turns, and then turns 3 and 4 he enters low.
Let's see. Looks like it. Michel to the bottom again there.
The chat does raise a great point. Michel has fresher tires than Brandon Gas, so it is definitely going to be in the hands of Daniel Michel here. The advantage goes to him in terms of the battle.
That he does. He's closing in again here.
But the biggest thing Brandon Gas is using to his advantage is the air blocking these cars is massive. It can affect your entire outcome of a race just by air blocking.
You can see it there. He's backing up in the middle of the corner.
Yeah.
Right there. Perfect demonstration.
Trying to aero block. Ooh, are we going to see him try and dive to the bottom this time?
Does he have a move to the inside queued up? No, he's going to go to the high side. Make sure not to hit the wall like you did last time.
Yeah, Brandon Gas switched it up. Usually in turns 1 and 2, he takes the high line, but he is trying to play defensive. He's going to go to the bottom. Make Daniel Michel take the wide way around.
Here he comes. Got a good run off of 2. Into turn 3, and Daniel Michel to the bottom. Looking for the lead. Can he clear him? He's going to get alongside. I think Gas will get the run.
I think so, but I think...
Drag race.
Ooh, side by side into the corner, or out of the turn.
Michel to the bottom again. Gas. Oh, look, Gas might have conceded a little bit. Is he looking for a cutback here? He's setting something up, I think. Yes, here he comes. Here comes Gas.
Man.
Michel goes to the middle.
He's gonna dive it in.
There goes the 92 to the bottom. off of 4. Daniel Michel's going to have the run.
Side out of
He's
yeah,
going to clear
Michel's
him.
going to get him here.
There they go, switching up again. One goes high, one goes low. I don't think Michel is too comfortable running this high line in 1 and 2. And look at the gap there. It's grown. Michel, 0.2 up, but I don't think we're done yet.
Yeah. I don't think Michel can last running on the bottom. Daniel Michel, or not Daniel Michel, Brandon Gass seems to have the advantage when running the high line all around instead of just doing it one half of the track and then the other on the low line.
I think he's going to try
Daniel
and
Michel has got to think about that.
save up a little bit. There's a 3-lap tire advantage for Daniel Michel, as the chat mentioned. So that basically gives him a
Gap starting to
green light.
grow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 0.4 of a second now. Oh, car almost sideways. It's Steven Morales.
Oh!
Hold on to it. Brandon Gass, I
He's
feel
in
like.
the same line now.
Yeah. Is he running out of... Maybe his tires are starting to fall off a little bit.
Got to do anything he can to stay within striking distance now. Whether it be running the same line or just diving in a little bit deeper now. You got to do everything. For everything you got on the table. And it's seemingly
Oh, a
working.
big
He's not
slide.
losing much time. Just as I say that.
Yeah, just as you say
The
that.
moment we saw the gap. Gap was around 0.2 for maybe a second. Now it is back to around half a
It's
second.
half a
now.
second now.
Brandon Gass starting to slowly fizzle out.
We've seen it happen so many times. Everyone battles with Daniel Michel. But at the end, he finds a way. Gas up near the wall. Creeping towards 0.6 of a second now. Here comes Tyler Justice.
And only
Oh boy. He gained 0.3 down the back straightaway, did Gas. Coming at 9 to go.
getting into the single digits now. And this race is almost, the season's almost over. What a great season it's been.
It's been one
Like to
for the
point out.
books, one for the record books. As you see, Landon Bednar's getting into 5th. He'll be finishing runner-up if it stays like this. Nothing to
It has
scoff
been
at.
certainly the season of all time.
It has been, definitely. It's not over yet, though. I think Gas might have one more charge at Michelle, or at least try to. Look at Michelle running the
You're
high line.
right.
Running the high line. He sees Gas in his mirrors. He knows this isn't over, or otherwise he wouldn't be running that line.
Yeah. I don't know why he wants to choose to run the high line, though. We've seen him countless times get into the wall running that high line. Especially on worn tires. These guys are going to be on a little bit of worn tires now, too. So I think the advantage is now going to switch over into Brandon Gass's hand if Daniel Michelle keeps running the high line.
It just might. 0.3 of a second is the gap. Maybe Michelle's just trying to do the dirty air trick. Trying to keep him at bay. Look at this. Gas going to the bottom.
What happens, though, if these two start getting to a battle and Tyler Justice gets into the mix here?
That could be a
Where
scenario.
does he go?
Tyler Justice with absolutely
Yeah, we've got
nothing
6
to
go
lose.
here. And Tyler Justice is with just out of striking distance, but he's not too far back of these two.
Tyler Justice, 0.6 of a second behind Gas, who I think touched the wall there. Coming to 6 to go. It's been a bit of a masterclass from Daniel Michel, if I'm being honest. It looked like Gas was going to start to run away with it, but we've seen it happen. We said Michel, he reeled it in on a new wheel or a different wheel than he's used to all season. Had to find the pace, had to find the traction and everything like that. Gas isn't done yet, though. He's right there. Could his tires be done? These tires are now 25, nearly 29 laps old, I think, for Brandon Gas. They're getting there. Especially with how hard they've been pushing, I'm sure. They're absolutely getting there.
Yeah, I'm sure Brandon Gass is.
Sean Purcell in the wall.
Oh!
Sean Purcell gets going. We stay green with 5 to go.
Ooh, I don't know about that one, guys.
That could have been so controversial.
As much as I hate the caution coming out, I felt like that should have been a caution, especially for iRacing. That since the last caution with Hoskins was auto caution, I feel like
Oh, that one was
that should
interesting.
have been an auto caution.
But we stay green.
I don't know. They might have turned off auto cautions. don't even think that's a feature, but regardless, we stay green.
We stay
Gap's
green.
increasing.
The gap is increasing. Daniel Michel using that tire advantage to his
That might
advantage.
be it. Only thing that's gonna change everything is a caution here. We almost got a caution, but I think final 4 laps, no one's really wanting to
They
do
want to.
anything to risk the championship fight.
They don't want to be that guy. No one wants to be that guy. Hightower and Hoskins going at it. I'll be interested to see what the top 2, especially Gas, have to say after seemingly losing out here to Daniel Michel. 9/10 of a second. I think his tires could be gone. Nearly a second is the gap now. It's over a second. Could it be Jover?
I think it might be. Only the 2 to go. Last effort for these guys to mess up on the caution. Otherwise, Daniel Michel is going to be a race winner and your season champion.
What a perfect end to a perfect season. This would be race win number 13. The record before the season was actually 10 in a single season. So he's beat that multiple times. Won the All-Star race. Most poles. Most wins. He's coming to the white flag. If he takes it, this race is official and nothing can stop him besides himself. Daniel Michel will come across the line to take the white flag and start his final lap of Season 2. Next flag ends it. 1.1 is the gap across the line. A valiant effort from Brandon Gass. Looks like he had the pace, was the car to beat for the first, I would say, 3/4 of this race. But Daniel Michel, that final quarter, that final 30-lap stint, he did what he does best. And here he comes. Final corner. A nearly perfect season. This is going to be race win number 13. And lucky number 13 is going to result in championship number 2. Daniel Michel is your winner of the second season of the Vantage Pro Series and your winner at Homestead Miami Speedway. What a drive. What a fight with gas. Cole Snyder, 4th. Tyler Justice, 3rd. Bednarz will finish 2nd in the overall standings, and Hightower. Got to be heartbreaking for him. He had that late chance. He'll end up 3rd overall. There's Kurt Bray. Is Kurt Bray gonna... Oh, not happy with Hoskins, it would seem, is Kurt Bray. Not happy at all.
I'll take that.
Oh, no.
Oh, you wrecked yourself, you loser. Oh, I'm just kidding. I love Kurt Bray. I hate Kurt Bray.
And it's Daniel Michel,
Oh,
the race
we can
winner.
have fights in these games. The iRacing officials allow them to fight in real life.
That would be something. Daniel Michel's done it. He's got the burnout. One final reverse burnout. Let's get whoever wants to be in the waiting room can get an interview if you're watching and you're in the Discord. But first and foremost, let's get the runner-up, or rather the championship drivers in here if we can't. Let's get William Hightower. Hightower, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, so unfortunately it came up short. You had a good chance there in that last restart. You tried sticking it to the bottom. What happened there? You lost a bunch of spots. Was the traction just not there for you?
No, it was actually the little glitch that happened in iRacing. I got the green flag when we took the green, and then coming through 1 and 2, I got a yellow flag telling me to let the 25 by. So I thought somebody in the back had wrecked. I lifted, and everybody went flying around me. That's when 25 told me it's just a glitch. Just keep going. So I
Wow.
lost 4 or 5 spots doing that and could not get them back. Then on top of that, right there at the end, I know it's not exactly against the rules, but the 47 blocking me every lap. Every time I would try to fake like I'm going inside, he'd dive inside. Anytime I'd stay on the top, he'd ride the top. Just hold me up constantly for his teammate, try and finish ahead of me. Which, again, it's not against the rules. I'm not exactly too upset about it, but it's a combination of that and a little glitch. I'm not exactly the peachiest person right now.
Well, makes sense. A bit of a frustrating end to the race there, especially with that glitch. But top 3 finish in the championship, nothing to be not proud of, I guess. Nothing to scoff at. A good season. You won the season opener, got your first career win in Vantage. So a pretty successful season nonetheless. And will you be joining us for the ARCA League Vast starting next week?
No, I'm not. I'm actually going to take a little hiatus right now. I race 5 nights a week and do
Oh,
race
geez.
control on Saturday nights for this one. So I'm kind of giving myself a little bit of a break before I get back into everything.
All right. Well, that makes sense. So enjoy your summer off. I think it's well deserved. All these drivers, 21 weeks for a season, 22 counting the break. So take a load off and enjoy your summer.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
All right. That's William Hightower. We'll send you back to your chat. Let's get Landon Bednarz, the runner-up in the championship. Landon Bednarz, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
All right. So ended up being 6th on the day, 2nd overall in the championship. The pace didn't really seem to be there too much. How was that race for you?
Oh, I burnt him up early, back in the pack, trying to make passes, and I was hoping for a couple cautions. I wanted some tires there at the end, trying to make my way back through, and just never got it. Made a mistake on pit road and went a lap down. Luckily, had that caution and got a lap back, but it is what it is. I mean, it was a fun season. I mean, I'll be happy with 2nd.
Yeah, you got your first win. Pretty good. First full-time season here in Vantage. So, a pretty successful season. You got your first win. Got into the playoffs. Made it to the Championship 3. Pretty good. Will we be seeing you going forward in Pro Series Season 3 and then ARCA as well?
That's my plan. I do have a little one on the way, so if I can't be full-time, I'll definitely be part-time. This was a fun season, so it was fun. A lot of fun guys in here, so definitely want to hang around.
All right. Well, congrats on the season and congrats on the child on the way.
Thanks, sir.
That was Landon Bednarz runner up. Let's get the champ, the man of the hour. Actually, let's get 3rd place in the race. Tyler Justice. Tyler Justice is Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us? All right. So a pretty good race from you. Nothing too terribly eventful on your end. No crashes or anything like that. Had some pretty good racing. We're starting to catch the leaders at the end there. How was this race for you?
Pretty good. It was honestly kind of boring for me because I was with these cars. You just got a tire cylinder door, you just want to get blasted. So I was just running about 33 flat, 33 ones, and on the restarts you can see me just get freight trained on the outside. Then I pull them back in towards the end of the run. So that was basically the strategy because Miami's always high tire saving track for me. So didn't really want that caution at the end. So I thought maybe I had a little bit of a tire advantage. Didn't really want to get punched back up, but it is what it is. It was fun at the end. I just burnt my tires up those last 20 laps trying to catch Brandon and Daniel.
Well, you got there. Got a top 3 finish out of it. Congrats on the season. Congrats on the race. Will we be seeing you going forward?
Yeah, I plan to if y'all bring the next gen back again, plan to be in the ARCA and actually have a teammate this time, so that'd be kind of nice. The super speedways, so and then IndyCar, so we still got a whole basically 3/4 of a season left for that, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you as the year continues, and congrats on the 3rd here today.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Just want to shout out my team, Rogan Ninja Racing, team owner Rusty Rafferty, use code RER for 10% off your order. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out, Tyler. We'll see you out there next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's get the runner-up in here. Let's get Brandon Gass in the chat. Brandon, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, so really good race from you and Daniel. You guys had a really good fight about halfway through the race. You had really strong pace all day long. Was it the tires at the end? What exactly happened there?
It was the tires for me at the end. So Daniel took his 2 tires. We were all pretty much going to have to take 2 tires at some point, either 2 or none, just because we didn't really have enough sets for the race. So I knew it was going to be close on fuel as well, but the couple cautions we had in the middle helped with that. So at the end on the final pit stop, I took my 2 tires then. I had taken 4 all night. And then I knew I was going to take my 2 tires at the end. And Daniel took 4 on that final pit stop. And then When Ben spun out in between us, when he was in between us, and whatever happened, I don't know what happened, but when he crashed, I knew that was pretty much my race over. I knew I was gonna have to like pull together the best 30 laps of my life to be able to hold off Daniel on 4 tires when I'm on 2. It just didn't work out. I tried my hardest, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, you had a good race there, but I mean, second place ain't bad. Definitely had a good chance at winning. We'll see you though. A bit of a sneak peek maybe for battles in season 3 between you two.
Yeah, hopefully. I thoroughly enjoyed the battling with Daniel there. That was like when we were, one of us would go to the top, one of us would go to the bottom, and this track is really good with that. I really enjoyed that. That was really fun. So yeah, hopefully we can see that more maybe in season 3.
Yeah, that was a great battle to watch. I know we had fun in the booth. I'm sure the fans at home had fun as well. Well, congrats on P2, a strong run here today, and pole position as well. So we'll see you next time. And yeah, congrats on the run.
Thank you guys for everything, for the broadcasting, everything, putting on the show. Yeah, thank you guys for the season.
Thank you, Brandon. We'll see you out there next time.
Thank you.
All right, let's get the champ. We'll get Daniel Michel in here. Daniel Michel. Well, you're not Daniel Michel. All right. Jacob Hoskins. I don't know how. Well, let's hear it. You're the team owner for London Bednars. Unfortunately, didn't go his way. Finished second overall in the championship, but a pretty successful season, I would say, for you as a team owner and as a driver, actually, as well.
Yeah, I was definitely trying to help him as best I could. He messed up a few of his pit stops. It just wasn't our day. I mean, I started third, and then I choked away like I usually do, but managed to climb my way back through the field. So I had pace. Landon, he had somewhat speed, but I don't think he could have gotten up there. It just wasn't our day. He wasn't all the way up there all the time.
Yeah, I mean, P2 though in the overall championship, nothing to scoff at. Definitely a good season. Any closing thoughts for the season 2 of the Pro Series?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my sponsors, Purge. Hopefully we can sign their deal next season for season 3. Keep him back on the car because I won my first race with him. Thank my mom for watching the races. I'm probably going to not be racing much of Vast, and I actually want to request to hop in the booth a couple races for Vast if I can.
Sure.
Yeah, give y'all a little help those days I'm not racing. But yeah, I'm ready for season 3. Team's looking good. I'm fired up for season 3. Hopefully we can do something better that season.
All right, well, congrats nonetheless. We'll see you in the future in the booth on the track. Thanks for coming out, Hoskins.
Thank you.
All right, let's get Daniel Michel in here. The champ. Daniel Michel. Mickey Mouse himself. No, just kidding. 13 wins on the season. Truly a great race.
He did he.
Wow. How you doing, Daniel?
Crazy. A little tired, a little sick, nothing too good.
Oh, so you're saying that you won the championship,
Oh,
the flu game.
he just had a flu game. Oh my gosh.
Untouchable.
No, I'm not sick, but I am tired. But yeah, that race was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a great battle. You had the better tire advantage at the end. Gas was pretty quick out there. He was keep staying in front of you, staying with you most of the race. What did you think of that battle?
I mean, I had a lot of fun with that battle. I think he misplayed by taking 2. That was just a mistake. Honestly, I don't know why he took 2. Because with 3 laps, you need as much tire as you can get. So it kind of messed up the little battle there, and especially with the caution when I saw Ben spinning off of 2. He was blinking in and out. Yeah, he wrecked, stopped on track while blinking. It was just not a good situation. Caution was called for my racing, not Ben's there. So.
Yeah.
Not good, not a good situation, but it is what it is. I capitalized on it. It benefited me the most, I think, because I took 4. I was right next to Brandon. He took 2, so all I had to do was just establish the position. Use the arrow because this car is evil like that. And then he couldn't pass, he couldn't get close, and then when he could pass, I would just run my own line.
Yep, makes sense. You had Hightower up your inside at the beginning of that final restart. Then there was a bit of a yellow flag glitch. What happened there?
First of all, pause. And then, yeah, yellow flag glitch. That was because Landon had stayed out a little bit. I think it was Landon. He stayed out in the lead, but then when he pit, that was when Ben had spun, the caution came out. everyone passed Landon, but the pace car was still saying that we needed to pass in order to catch Landon. So it was bugged out. It was really bad. But I mean, everyone just had to keep their foot in it. I told Hightower, just make sure you keep your foot in it, but it was already too late. He lifted off and realized that it was just a bug. And, lost a lot of position there on that restart.
That's a tough break for him, but for you, it ended up being all you needed to win the championship. You got past Brandon and drove off into the sunset. 13 wins out of 20 points-paying races. I mean, what can you say for this season? What did you think of this overall performance?
I let my nuts hang. That's what Chief wanted me to say. That's what was on the car. That's what he wanted. So, yeah, I tried to squeeze out as much as I could out of the car every race, and I think it showed for the most part. A few races I had some hiccups, but other than that, I was really pushing the limit of what I could do in that car. So hopefully next season will be good. I know I might not be running the full ARCA series. I may want to be in the booth a few days. I'm not sure if I will have iRacing from any of that, but I'm hoping that I can run a little bit. It's a fun little car, fun combos when it's on certain tracks, so I'll try and show up. But other than that, I mean, it's been an awesome season. A few things need to be worked on
Yeah.
between people. A little bit of
Beef.
you know, hugging and kissing needs to happen. But yeah, I think I had a lot of fun here in Vantage, and I will more than likely be here again, if not full time, half booth, half racing.
All right, well, thanks for coming out. Really appreciate you winning all these races, winning the championship back-to-back. For you, you are steadily climbing up the all-time Vantage wins list and just all-time Vantage lore and in general. So congrats, Daniel, on another win, another championship, a great season, and yeah, we'll see you either in the booth or on the track.
Yes, sir. I think I'm second all time.
You might be, yeah.
And then with championships, I got 2. I should have 3.
If it wasn't
You guys took me out. That needs to be on the iceberg.
that we benched you
my
for
hidden 3rd championship.
the lost ring.
It's like L is here. It's like L is here, but no, it's actually there. I swear.
All right, well, thanks for coming out, Daniel.
It's a little asterisk.
Yeah, asterisks on Sean's truck championship. Crazy. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming out. Enjoy the champagne. Enjoy the night, and have a good rest of your day.
I will be having a beatbox. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Who else can we get in here? Who else? We interviewed him. Well, might as well just go down the order.
Hey.
Oh, there's Elliot. Hello, Elliot. We'll move Sean back. Hey, Elliot. Welcome to the booth.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, all those people. I'm sorry, Nico. I'm taking off.
What? That's fine.
I got a wife and kids to feed, buddy. AKA by that,
Crazy.
poo-poo.
Crazy.
Roblox girlfriend does not count.
No. Okay, fine. All right. You want the
He's got some of the fuzz to deal with.
Yeah. Oh no, that's you, Elliot. That is you. Do not put that on me.
Don't put that on me, good man.
Elliot likes to crank freshmen. Goodbye.
I'd like to denounce these claims immediately, but let's proceed.
Yeah. So how was that race from your point of view, Elliot?
A lot definitely went on there. I'd say that more definitely happened than I thought there would based on the beginning of that race. But yeah, I had fun. I enjoyed it. Thought the racing was good. Definitely a far cry better compared to Daytona Season 2. Think back on that race. Think back on the early short tracks.
Yeah.
And now think to this. We did a 2 caution race where Homestead last season, I'm pretty sure it was 8.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, the series has improved. This is like this is one of the first times there's been 0 lap down cars. I'm pretty sure this is the second time there's been no lap down cars on track, and I think this is and last race I think was the first race where every car that started finished, if I'm not mistaken, or made it to the final lap. I mean, series has improved. improved greatly. I honestly wasn't sure when Season 2 started if we'd even get to Season 3 with how the standards were.
Yeah.
But everything improved, everything got better. The series came into its own, I'd say, and we've definitely put ourselves in a great place for Season 3.
Yeah, it's definitely been quite the ride. Like you said, lots of improvement, and we've come a long way. Vast starts in a week. Vissel continues. Season 3 of Pro Series in the fall. So if you're watching at home, you want to race, don't go anywhere. We're racing all the time. Vantage never stops.
Vantage never stops. My day never stops. I don't think have a single week off till maybe December, but we'll see.
No, we got the last race of Vissel, then we got the awards, then we got Christmas, and we're right back into it for 2026. We're fine.
Right back into it, and somehow I have to manage somehow have to manage a national SCCA series and all that.
Yep, and real life stuff as well. But you know what?
Yeah,
Vantage never
we
stops.
don't know.
The show
Vantage
goes
never
on.
stops.
All right,
The show must go on, and sometimes the show seems to go on a bit too far.
Speaking of going on too far, let's get Sean in here. He's next in line. Sean Purcell, it's Nico and Elliot in the booth. You got us?
I do.
All right, so decent race from you. Came home 11th, not too bad. How was this season? How was this race? What do you want to talk about?
Well, some ups and downs, some controversy. Bummed I didn't get a win this season. I had it locked up at Iowa until a lap car caused a caution by themselves, but oh well. Totally over it, as you can tell.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was some racing going on, I'd say. Unfortunately, you didn't get a win. What sort of was your mentality in that final race, would you say? I know you weren't really in position for the championship after not being able to get that win that you needed in Talladega, but, I mean, you were still racing just as hard as I saw you were. Jesus Christ on a bike!
Could not have been any louder.
Could that have been any louder? Probably not. Go on.
Well, for this race, I don't know. I didn't really practice. I've been really busy with work, so I didn't really practice. So I wasn't very prepared, and I was definitely losing focus at the end, which is why I just didn't save it the normal way to save it the last couple of laps when my tires were on fire and I was spinning out. But that didn't cause a caution. Even if it did, I think Daniel was far enough ahead in track position on the other two championship guys that it wouldn't have mattered. But I didn't want to get yelled at for being not good enough, so I'm glad it didn't cause a yellow. There's a bit of drama and ego going on in the voice chat. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was pretty exciting stuff.
There's some good stuff in there. Some quality.
Oh yeah. It was,
quality radioactive.
Oh yeah, definitely some content for sure. But otherwise decent season. I'm gonna blame the fact that I was in a Chevy for the fact I didn't get a win. I never drive Chevys, and clearly I'm proved right for doing so. Gonna have to go back to Toyotas. They're much more reliable.
Daniel won 13 races in a Toyota, so I don't know.
He won 13
Yeah,
in a
well,
Chevy.
when you win more than 2/3 of the races, I don't know how you don't just get bored and find something else to do, because it could not be me, but good for him.
Yeah, good for him. He found his calling, I guess, and
sometimes you have
attacking small children.
I mean, yeah, definitely. If you call cars small children, then yes, he was attacking small children a lot, as a lot of his passes were through rear bumpers. But you know what? It clearly worked, so good for him.
Crazy.
To each their own style. I'm more of a passive driver, and some are more aggressive, like my brother or the 71. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive as long as you own it, right? And they owned it, so good for them. I don't have an issue with it.
Well, yeah, there you go. Any closing thoughts?
A lot of energy coming from this interview.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get devolved, I'm sure. Might get even worse.
Anyway,
any closing thoughts for the season? Next season, Vast, IndyCar, 5500.
I'm interested. I'm hope the IndyCar race goes good. I'm not gonna be able to be there, but good luck with that, and look forward to next season. I'm interested to seeing when the schedule comes out and any details on any changes made. Should be fun, and I do plan on being here, so maybe I'll be able to get redemption and get a win.
All right, well.
Hopefully. I think based on what I've seen in the pipeline for the changes, I think you will be at a much better position to get a win. I think that everything's going to suit you a bit more than it has.
You're giving me preferential treatment. Perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
If your name
preferential treatment.
If your name rhymes with Burcell, you're getting a 1 lap head start in every race.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone.
and
everyone
your
thinks we
first name
can-
can't start with a K though.
Yeah.
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 And everyone thinks we script it towards Daniel Michelle. No, we've actually been scripting it for Sean this whole time.
Yeah, I just
This
messed
is
it
a
up.
redemption arc. He's on a redemption arc right now. He's in.
It's just long.
This is
It's the
season-
long con, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the finale next year's the season finale, the series finale, where he has to come back and
He does the last to
take
first.
everything by storm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll try to remember the script and stick to it next season. So
All right.
Yeah, we'll
thank
get
you
a new
guys
one
for-
sent over.
appreciate you guys putting the show on and broadcasting and all that. Hopefully, I helped provide some content. So
Absolutely.
you guys have a good one. Thank you.
We'll
You as well.
see you
You as
later.
well.
All right, that's Sean Purcell.
Bye.
Hi.
That's Sean. Who are we getting in here next? Who is next?
I don't think we should talk to the Schmungus King, Slayer Rocker. Should never speak to him.
Never?
Ever. Never in this. We are never speaking to him. I think who we should talk to is. I kind of want to hear what's up with Paul French. Wasn't at this race. Had multiple drivers in the Championship 3. Big part of next season. Let's get some words with him.
Yeah, let's do it. Next season's well, I'll let him tell us.
We'll let him talk.
All right, Paul French, it's Nico and Elliot in the booth. Do you got us?
You got you loud and clear, my friend.
All right. So, closing thoughts on this season. Sneak peek into next season. What do you have to say for us, Paul?
So I got a couple things. I think this season was long, mainly. It just felt too long. Even though I stopped racing at the halfway point. But
Great start. No positive note. Straight into the critiques. We love to hear it.
Yeah, no, not a single positive thing. Just straight into it.
Straight to the
I
point.
did think the 3 driver elimination per round was interesting. It was different. It was cool. I didn't really think about this much.
Didn't think you'd get this far.
We didn't think I'd get this far, no.
I mean, just dominance from Daniel Michelle
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that
year,
was-
which
it's one of the.
got a little stale,
Performances.
but you know, it happens.
Well, hey, it's a
I
good thing
mean-
the playoffs came around to stop his dominance, right? That's what they're for.
Yeah, I mean, the dominance
Yeah.
was still throughout
It
the
definitely
playoffs.
stopped. The dominance definitely
He
stopped.
didn't have to run in the round of 6.
Yeah, literally.
There was technically a point this race though where he wasn't leading the title.
That is true. He mathematically,
Yes.
if the race had stopped at halfway for some point, he wouldn't have been the champion.
We
I
suddenly got a
jokingly
rain
said
caution.
stop for rain in the chat if you scroll back far enough.
If we got lightning suddenly, then it'd be over. Daniel Michelle wouldn't be the champion.
That's true. That's the only way we could stop him is artificial lightning.
But we decided on what, 16 races next year?
I think
it's
16 or
18.
18.
I thought it was 16. I thought we
A
cut
number
it down.
less than 21.
Yes.
Than
Hold on.
22.
I have it in a Google sheet.
Without giving away too much, of
my.
course. We don't want to.
Without giving away too much, though something we can give away. Registration
boy.
opens June. I think it's 14th or it might be June. It's June 12th. Registration opens June 12th for VPS Season 3.
Oh, it is 18. And right now on our schedule, we have a just awesome road course, which I can't wait for our drivers to tackle.
It's gonna be incredible.
It's gonna be
It
something.
will be. We have 2 other special events throughout the season, one paying double points, but they'll figure that out later.
Can you give us
It
a?
won't be hard to tell which one it is.
Can you give us an update on playoffs for season 3?
I believe we decided on no playoffs.
That's
correct, Elliot?
right. No playoff.
Playoffs, baby! They're gone. They're out of here. Welcome back, 2003.
That's. You're goddamn right. There's no playoffs. Get out of here. We don't want that. We want
And
No one of that nonsense.
woke.
This is
we
NASCAR.
might do an
Not
all-star
pussy
race.
car.
Jesus. Yeah.
We might do an all-star race, but I kind of sort of want to do it like Prelude to the Dream. You know, when Tony Stewart had like half the
Honda
cup
Prelude?
field in dirt late models at Eldora. But I haven't talked to Elliot about that yet.
Well,
Yeah.
we got some time. Like he said, registration starts June 12th.
June 12th is when it opens. That is
2 weeks
the
from
that's
today.
2 months before the season starts. Same as how we did it for the Vantage Indy Special League, and coincidentally with the Vantage Indy Special League, that's
boy.
also when the official qualifying practice is.
Interesting.
Also, it is free to enter for season 3.
Free to
I
enter.
want to see closer to 20 cars a race.
I mean, considering Vast in 2 weeks of promotion got to 20 cars, I think this can get to 20 cars in 2 months.
20 cars registered, though.
Yeah,
It's true.
true. Very fair point. Very fair point.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I might actually come and join you guys in the booth, Nick, because you guys need a little bit of help.
Interesting.
We have more. Purge thinks there's a conspiracy against him, and this is not helping those claims.
Yeah, no, we got it out for Purge.
No, the Purge thing is purely over the McLaren slander from when I first met him.
Yeah.
It's not actually that serious.
Why am I?
Not actually.
All right.
Even though he will tell me, oh, I still like Sauber, and I will insist upon Sauber is bad.
Sauber equals
Sauber
bad.
hasn't been good since they were actually just called Sauber.
It's true.
Sauber wasn't even good when they were just called Sauber.
I meant good to enjoy, not fast. There's a difference.
True.
They had aura. All right.
Remember, they almost had a Sergio Perez win, and then he damn near crashed in the wet at Malaysia.
It's true. Almost. So close yet so far. All right. We'll let you go, Paul. We got some more interviews to go before we round up this broadcast.
Thank you guys. Can't wait for season 3.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Who should we talk to next? Have we spoken to Gert?
No, we have not. Oh, where'd he go? He's gone. No, he's there. Okay. Let's get Gert.
He's in the waiting room.
Gert. Yo, Gert.
Oh,
Gert,
hi.
how we doing, buddy?
You listened.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Yeah.
We got Gert
Where's
on the
Messiah?
podcast and on the post-race interview.
Oh my God! It's not like I finished 9th or something.
Well, you
It's
didn't know
not,
that
no.
specifically 9th place in the finale gets an interview?
Oh really?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Yeah. It was first,
You
second,
sure?
third, and ninth.
Always.
Oh my God!
Top 3 in the
Even
championship.
Paul French got an interview.
Well, Paul French works for McLaren.
Oh, unfortunate.
Well, how was this season? You got 2 wins on the season, so pretty good. 2 heartbreaks
did.
as well. Could have been 4.
4 win season. Think about that real quick. Could have had a 4-win season.
And you would have been in the championship race.
And I would have. And then Jacob Hoskins would have been out of the playoffs. It would have been peak.
It would have been peak, but alas, so close yet so far. What are we expecting
Alas.
from Gert Cousins?
Let me put my feet up and think about it here.
Oh my God.
All right, I've made up my mind.
Championship.
I'll probably be back for season 3 and auto stock tour. I'm currently working on a new work schedule, and
Gert has a job?
I don't work
Gross.
3 days out of the week, so hopefully this new schedule will allow me to keep working and not have to miss on Thursdays, because I'll have to work when we're racing, which will suck.
It's pretty woke.
But nonetheless, I had a lot of fun this season. I enjoyed all the Kurt Bray jokes, and just as a disclaimer for everyone out there, I don't have a huge ego. I know I talked in the third person, but it's all a gimmick.
No, I'm not
All
buying
a
it.
gimmick.
Gert
I'm
Bray
not
is
like
the goat.
Brandon Gass and Daniel Michelle.
Oh, calling out people for no reason.
Yelling at a bunch of fucking farmers without hose trying to plant.
Wow, wild.
Anyway,
All right, well, we'll
I had a lot of fun.
yeah. Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. Elliot, you need to stop talking to
Never mind. Never mind.
Whoa.
Never mind.
Wild, wild, wild.
And I have a message for Purge. I'm
Purge?
the greatest Native American race car driver to ever exist.
Kurt Bray. Obvious
You
Native
have-
American.
Yeah, and you have nothing on Kurt Bray.
Never have. Never will.
You'll never be like Kurt Bray.
Many
And I'm gonna
imitators.
prove it
Oh,
when I go to Forza or something. I don't know what else you racing. I'm gonna beat you.
he's gonna beat Purge.
That's the next step for Kurt Bray.
It's to beat Purge. That's the next great step.
Yeah, I gotta beat him in the what you call it,
The golf thing.
the power rankings.
Oh yeah, the power rankings too.
I'm one down on Purge for some reason. I think I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
forgot.
you'll get there maybe if you keep racing.
One day.
One day.
All right, I'll talk to you next week, Nico, when we do Vast.
All right. Well, yeah. See you out there for Vast.
Bye, guys.
By Gert. All right. We got Ben Kuhn, Schmungus King, and I think that's it then. I'm gonna leave Slay till last. Ben Kuhn in the booth. You got us.
Yep.
All right.
I don't even know if it's for last or was for last. One of the two.
You're definitely here. That's all that matters. How was this how was this season for you overall?
It is ups and downs, but tonight I did not expect that. How tonight is not how I wanted to finish. Had to make a double pit stop at the end, but it didn't matter because the car on my end just snapped. It was already on the exit getting loose, and the car snapped right and went straight into the wall, and then went back down. But I don't know that I say had a decent year for me. Definitely could have done better, but I'll say pretty good year so overall.
Yeah, pretty good season for you. Are we going to see you in Vast and things like that?
I don't know about Vast, but I will be returning for for season 3 of VPS and starting a team for season 3 of VPS.
Nice. All right. Well, looking forward to seeing you out there. Congrats on the season. Thanks for coming out in all the races,
Thank you.
and then Vissel as well, racing there when you do. So appreciate the support.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's get. Oh, we got one more person in front of Slay. Hang on, we got Mark. Mark.
Stand ready for my arrival.
I was literally totally crying. I just joined to get in before it.
Well, here you are. Second to last interview. You are a spectator all season. You watched a lot of peak racing. What did you think of the Pro Series?
I did. I thought it was amazing. I enjoyed Cole Snyder coming in at the end and being a goated rookie. And also Daniel Michelle being a peak driver for basically all of the races, which was like applaudable. Like he did a really good job.
Yeah, he did. He had plot armor.
I'm sad Hightower got caught up with all that iRacing glitch.
That is rough.
Yeah. Some of the things you have to put up with in the games.
That's how it goes sometimes. Will we be seeing you? You said you'll be in the booth for practice this Saturday?
Oh, yeah. I will be in the booth if Elliot still needs the help. I mean, for a 9-hour-long session, I'm sure he'll want someone.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be popping in and out. Well, thanks for coming out. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the help on the FIA side of things. I know people don't really know what goes on there unless you're in the server, but appreciate all you do back there.
Thank you. I'll have that meme video that I missed up tomorrow.
Ooh.
Well, today. I'm sure you and Elliot especially will like that one.
Interesting.
I poked a lot of fun at the Pro Series.
Oh boy, that should be fun.
I did a new intro, so for the people who watch YouTube videos. I'm sure they'll enjoy some of the stuff I did.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, looking forward to that. Looking forward to all the content you make and seeing you out there on track and in the booth in the future. So thanks for coming out, Mark.
Absolutely. I'm on controller now, so.
Oh, fun. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you.
Thank you.
All right, last but not least, the final interview of the night. He's been waiting patiently his turn to get into the booth. We have points leader in the Formula America Championship, Slay Raccoon, a.k.a. the Schmungus King, a.k.a. Ryan. Welcome to the booth.
I've waited 1,000 years for this.
I was so tempted to just cut off the broadcast right before bringing you in.
I honestly wouldn't have doubted it.
So tempted. Yeah, what'd you think of the race, the season, this and that and the other?
From all the races that I've seen like I think 4 this season, because I've been busy. It's definitely the best one so far.
Did Daniel Michel win all the races you watched?
I think the only race that I saw that he didn't win was the one that Kurt Bray won after that last lap in Insanity.
Oh hell yeah! You saw peak then.
Yeah, I saw the 2 best races of the year so far.
Well, hey, that's pretty good experience then, I would say.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to plug? Perhaps.
I just want to say, Elliot, what the hell? Why did you not stream the Formula America race, like we asked you to? You had one job and you failed miserably.
That's it.
That's the first thing I wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? You missed the best race of our season so far. And I just want to say, Vantage will live on forever. His ego is actually bigger than the universe itself, and it will live forever. Mark, screw you. You had to jump in front of me.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, I was laughing.
All right. Well, yeah. If you want to get more of Slay, then tune in on Saturdays for the Formula America Championship. I think we have 3 races left, so that season's winding down.
Yep, we've got Laguna Seca this Saturday. Next Saturday, we've got the Indy Road Course. We have a week off after that, and then the 21st is the Indy 150.
Sure is.
Hopefully, I can clinch the championship by the time we get to the Indy Road Course. So that way I can just focus on the 150 alone and not have to worry about staying ahead of somebody.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. Should be fun. Should be a fun race. If you guys haven't watched it, I think you should definitely watch. Formula America streamed every Saturday at 1 p.m. That's not true. 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute.
1 p.m. my time. Close enough.
Our time.
Yeah, our time. All right, well, we'll see. Anything else?
Wait.
Yes?
Wait. I just want to say that G9 and I have something very special planned for the 150.
I don't know. Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
With
all doing meth.
I meant paint scheme wise, but yeah, sure. We're doing drugs.
It's a bunch of meth.
Tons. That's how
We're
they go.
Just breaking every rule.
Technically, there's no meth related rules in the Vantage rulebook.
Wait, there isn't? Hang on a second. I gotta go.
Vantage Racing Team supports meth and
Whoa! Do not say that. All right. I think that's enough.
And just like that, YouTube banned us.
No, we don't support any of our members using it, but we don't have anything against it in general.
It's too late. You've already done enough damage. You can't you know what? Never mind. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for all the interviews to everyone who came in, all the followers,
You're welcome.
Subscribers, commenters, racers, admins. Admins don't get enough love. They actually get too much hate. Well, Elliot gets plenty. He gets. In fact,
Elliot deserves all the hate
Yeah,
for missing one race that he was supposed to stream.
Elliot doesn't get enough hate.
I was busy helping my school.
Your school hasn't
a
been your
scholarly man.
You don't need to help your school. That's their own issues, not yours. What have they ever done for you besides give you a partially okay education?
They gave me $5,000, a $5,000 grant for a club.
Skill issue.
Okay, that's actually pretty impressive. I can't lie.
All right.
Besides that,
Thanks everybody for coming out. We'll see you next time. Racing continues this weekend. Fast starts in a week. Vindy 150 and 500 is coming up. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Follow us on socials.
You know what else is this weekend? 9 hours of Vissel practice.
All commercial
Hell
film,
yeah,
side by side,
baby.
the whole thing. Whopper Jr.
I can't wait
commercial.
for 30 seconds of content followed by 10 minutes of commercials every time.
I know there's going to probably be at least one game of Uno involved and GeoGuessr.
There just might be.
You gotta do a game guesser instead of GeoGuessr. That's more fun.
Crazy.
We could do.
They show you like they take a frame from a game and then they zoom in on like a corner of it and they're like, all right, guess the game.
We're gonna do GeoGuessr with all the maps or all the locations for just Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oops, all indie.
It's just different parts of the track.
Different. You
Not
have to
like
get
the grandstands or anything. It's just a top view vision of the track.
Yeah, different part of the track. You have to guess where.
What green is this on the?
Okay, which hole on the golf course is this?
All right. You guys have a good night. Everyone watching, have a good night. We'll see you next time. Daniel Michelle is your winner and your champion. Yeah, that's about it. Good night, everyone.